This week on Archer's Choice.
And next thing you know, Eddie looks out the side and he's like, RJ, there's antelope right here.
And he was pumped and jacked, and the guys there were just, it was so, we wish we were there, but I guess we'll watch the footage. Hey, welcome to this week's Archer's Choice. And this week, well, we're packing up and we're heading west. We are going to the state of one of our favorite states, Wyoming.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna head out with Table Mountain Outfitters.
Yep, Scott and Angie
and Keaton. We're gonna go out there. You have an antelope tag, I have an antelope tag, the big Galook RJ has an antelope tag, and I mean, it's gonna be fun.
Yep. Who else we got in camp?
Oh, Scott and Judy are in camp.
Yeah.
Well, I should have said Judy and Scott are in camp. And you know what? The great thing about going out with Table Mountain Outfitters is it's like family.
Absolutely.
We love Angie and Scott and them guys, but at the same time, you know, like Table Mountain, the life.
Yes.
They live this every day.
Just
And
like all of you, like us.
Absolutely.
It's 24/7.
Yes.
You don't stop it. It's just there.
No,
And
it just gets going, and this is one of my favorite trips. I love going out to camp, spending time.
And you
with
know,
them.
it's a great way to start your early fall off.
Yes.
Because you know it's early season before really anything else gets going. So here's the other thing: if you guys want to join us, just call them. Call Scott and Angie, and let's all
Table
share
Mountain
camp
Outfitters.
together next year. And we're still out there filling tags and filling freezers. So let's just go hunting.
Let's go hunting, shall we? You think so? What do you think?
I said, let's go hunting. You're supposed to be
I
quiet.
know.
Ralph, Vicki, and RJ are headed back to Table Mountain Outfitters to dial their sights in on the western pronghorns of Wyoming. Located in the Mountain West subregion of the western United States, Wyoming has some of the lowest population numbers in the entire United States, but is still in the top 10 largest states in the country. With more than 98,000 square miles of terrain and only one person per every 111 acres, it's no wonder why Wyoming is one of the top nature and wildlife locations in all of North America. Home to more than 100 mammal species and 400 species of birds, some of Wyoming's wild residents include bison, mountain lions, wolves, bald eagles, grizzly bears, black bears, elk, moose, deer, wild horses, and of course, the pronghorn antelope. Guided antelope hunting in Wyoming with Table Mountain Outfitters provides you with a high probability of taking a mature animal. This archery antelope hunt remains one of the best first-time Western adventures, as you will see vast amounts of wildlife and have a great opportunity to bring one home. The Archer's Choice crew will be hunting out of ground blinds and is planning to do all-day sits, unless, of course, Lady Luck has other plans.
One of the things we look forward to the most, and that is starting out our fall season. Where do we normally start it? Well, in Wyoming, with the Denny's. The Cianciarulos and the Denny's get together, I'm going to tell you something. Not only is there going to be a whole lot of laughs, but stuff's going to die.
Well, this is it. It's the first trip of the fall. We're heading to Wyoming, Table Mountain Outfitters, Scott and Angie. We are getting ready to go hunt some antelope with our Hoyts. Everything is getting loaded up right now. And of course, we're probably going to take way too much because it's the first trip of the season. But hey, you know, Ralph is busy packing things up and getting bossy. What are you doing, Ralph?
Testing out some stuff for the blind.
You know, it's really weird. This is my second time out here, and the first time I came out, it was a great time, and we had like a 16-hour drive or something like that, 13 hours, somewhere in there. And now that we moved to Colorado, it's 6.5 hours. It's like a half-a-day drive. The travel was so much shorter. We stopped at Cabela's for like 2 hours, something like that, and we still got here before 6, before 7, something like that. But it's awesome to be out west.
This is our second gas stop now. You couldn't tell I'm driving. My dad
quit out on us after Bass Pro Shops. We're stopping right here in Cheyenne to pick up a few things for Angie, and then we're heading out. I think we have an hour or two left, something like that. Nothing, not bad.
Well, we pulled into camp, and you know what? We have other guests in camp too that we know. Judy and Scott from Michigan are here, so we get to spend a little time with them in camp as well. And of course, the camp is full of other hunters too. Right when we got into camp, it was pretty much time to go ahead, get things set up, and have some dinner, go to bed, and get up for that first morning hunt.
As usual, we got to camp, Scott, Angie, everybody, and I mean, Keaton, we were all there and just laughing and having a good time. And what was really cool was with RJ being there and Keaton being, you know, Scott and Angie's boy, I should say young man, were there, you know, was cool because now this is the next generation. This is where it starts all over again. And to be part of that and to see them, and yeah, we know that the future's in good hands.
I'll admit some of my favorite hunts are when we come out west. It's always beautiful out here. There's always a wind, which I love, and it always keeps it just a little bit cooler than it would be, even when you're sitting in a blind. So we get to bed that night, and next morning we gotta get up. Breakfast is at 5:30, and we're getting out. This is our first morning. It's about 5:25 right now. About to go get breakfast. I think everything's ready. I think my favorite thing about antelope hunting is I can wear jeans. Jeans are extremely comfortable, so my other hunting clothes, but I wear jeans every day, so it's awesome.
Well, good morning. Hey, it's our first morning here at Table Mountain Outfitters. We got in here just before the sunset, which was beautiful. We are getting packed up. I'm up first, go hunt antelope. I have everything packed up. Have a cooler with 8 bottles of water for us, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, some other snacks. We had to pack for 14 hours. Let me rephrase that. We didn't pack for 14 hours. We packed in case we're out there for 14 hours.
It's a beautiful morning out. It's not too hot, not too cold. Well, Eddie was probably cold because he gets cold pretty easily, but I mean, it was perfect. Alright, well, we're all set up now. I think everything is good. The water hole, if they're drinking, they're gonna be like pretty much exactly 20 yards, 21.2 or something like that. There's a little hole farther out just so I can kind of get an idea where they'll be at if they're farther out. There's about 44 yards. I think it's gonna be a great day. I have really high hopes right now. But of course, the only thing that I have left to do is, per usual, changing my head. Don't mind my Italian slick back. Alright, now I'm confident.
So what we do normally is I try to be as gentleman as possible, and I let Vicki hunt first.
First day out, Ralph, of course, is gonna let me hunt first because you know what, sometimes he is a nice guy.
We're sitting here, there's a water hole right down there. See it? Little wall hole right there. And Keenan said that they'll come across this ridge here and come down in. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. It's a beautiful morning. And I guess they said RJ is over a couple hills that way. And we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how the day goes.
We got out in the blind, the weather's supposed to be 90 degrees, over 90 degrees, and it's gonna be a hot one. And it's gonna be windy. We got set up and you know what? Sure enough, it got hot, it got windy. It was a really long day. We had plenty of game coming in. I can tell you right now in the future years, they are gonna have piles of mule deer. We had so many does with fawns come into the water hole in front of us on the first day. They're gonna have they have a good mule deer herd coming up.
So we're sitting in the morning, nothing's really happening, and then we're thinking about getting our food. Next thing you know, right to our right side, I can just barely see out of one of the cracks in the windows in the blind, and I'm like, Eddie, don't move. Because there's a buck and a doe and a few just little bucks right next to us, like 20 yards. And we couldn't see them because they came over our back shoulder. We're thinking that it's the middle of the day. We're like, okay, I'm gonna take a little break here from watching so hard. We're gonna get some food, and of course, that's right when they come in.
We just got our first little action of the day, of the hunt, I should say. And we're sitting here hitting our, it's, what is it, 12:20 right now, it's middle of the day. Hitting our, getting ready to eat. We're thinking about getting our sandwiches out. I look up and right out of this little pocket, I see a decent buck and then a doe and a few little ones. They come in, they drink, I'm teeter-tottering. The buck kind of walks off around the back, the doe's still here. As we're watching that buck walk off, the doe and the little ones, we look back and they're just kind of gone. So we look around and sure enough, they went up the hill this way.
So we sit for the rest of the day and nothing really happens. We get a few more birds in. It was a really slow afternoon, but it was getting toasty in there too.
There she goes. We just had an antelope doe just pop up over the hill in front of us. She came in. She's pretty calm, but she really wasn't that skittish. Came in, drank, was in the mud up to her, almost turned her over her ankles, because she took off once, and you could see all the mud on her feet. And she come back around. Pretty sure she should have had a little one with her though, because you could see she had milk. She had it. I don't know where the little one's at. So.
Well, we just had a doe and a yearling antelope, okay? I watched them come running all the way in from the east in this wind. They came in, they were a little nervous, the wind's messing them up. Walked around a little bit, came back in and drank, and the little one took off before the doe did, and now they just went and they ran back over the hill.
We had some antelope come in. In fact, right at the last part of the afternoon, we had 10 antelope come up over the hill towards us, and they're all does and little ones. Pretty sure that first day, we were in charge of like daycare. We had lots of little ones and mamas.
It's about almost 7:30 now. You couldn't tell the wind died down a lot. The plane's not blowing around all over the place. It's gotten really quiet. We can hear the windmills way out in the distance. It's been a beautiful night. I'm not sure if any more antelope will come in. Keep our fingers crossed, hopefully they will.
We get back at camp, and a few of the guys, I think they said 5 of the guys in camp actually shot and got their bucks this evening. And it was an amazing day overall, even though we didn't have that much action. It's awesome to be able to see the guys in camp and all the camaraderie and everybody congratulating each other. It's awesome.
We had some antelope activity, but more mule deer activity. But so the first day was full of non-stop movement, and then we had some of the does come in, a littler buck, and I mean, it was great. And what more could you ask for the first day? RJ, now he was a little slower, but he was still seeing some movement. And I think that first day, heck, if I remember correctly, 5 or 6 bucks were shot the first day.
Judy ended up tagging out on her first antelope, which was really cool. She was pretty excited, but she didn't have to spend that 14 hours in the hot blind. So we gave her a little crap about it at the end of the day during dinner time. Once we all got back to dinner, I think everyone was exhausted. That heat was pretty rough on us, and it was time to eat.
We're all ready to go now. We're getting ready to head out. My bow's sitting in the closet. That's the only thing I left I have to grab. I hope. It's supposed to be like 80, almost 90 degrees at the end of the day. So it's gonna be toasty, but should be a good day.
except for the wind. You can hear a little bit of the wind or the windmills, depending. And I've got a pretty good feeling about today. It's a beautiful morning out. It's not too windy, and it's like a perfect temperature. It's got like 60s. Perfect. But now per usual, we wait. Yesterday, the big guy didn't come in, so this might be one to look at. I'm gonna find out because I got close, but I didn't have this hat on, so I'm testing a theory. Okay. If nothing comes in by noon, I'm changing my hat though. Okay.
Morning 2, I mean, everything seemed to go perfectly to plan this morning. We get out, we're all set up. We do a few little cameos here and there for footage. And next thing you know, Eddie looks at the side and he's like, RJ, there's an antelope right here. And sure enough, there's 4 bucks coming right in, and it's not even probably 6:45 the time that we see them.
I think the second one coming up is the biggest. I know that there's 4 there, I think, from what I can see.
RJ goes one way, Keaton took them out, and then we went another spot. Keaton took us over there, and we're sitting there, and it's, if I remember correctly, it was before 8 o'clock, and we get the text, RJ, buck down, that's it. I mean, what pictures, what, you know, so it was really cool to find out that RJ, before, I think 8 o'clock, he had his buck down, and he was pumped and jacked, and the guys there were just, it was so, we wish we were there, but I guess we'll watch the footage.
What a gorgeous animal. Oh my gosh.
I said you didn't wait this year
Yeah,
until the
no
last
kidding.
day. Last year you waited.
Yeah, I didn't wait till the end of the day today.
Right. I barely got time to put my coffee down.
Thank you very much. You bet, bud. Good job. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, sir.
Excellent. You went so far.
I know. It was.
Did you do like a loop, or did you run?
He came right here, stopped, and just did the little cloop. Yeah, no, it was. I get like 6:53. Came right in, just pinned him, came right here, and done.
I like it.
That's
like
a perfect
the oval
antelope.
place, huh?
Yeah. That's a perfect antelope right there. But I want to give a big thank you to Scott and Angie and Table Mountain Outfitters for letting all this happen. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully you guys you'll have me back. But either way, thank you guys very much for this beautiful animal.
That's what it's all about. I mean, you're out there, you're having fun, you're creating memories, you're filling freezers, and I mean,
doing family time,
Absolutely.
enjoying everyone out there at Table Mountain Outfitters. But next week we have more because we have
we're still
more
out in the
antelope
prairie.
out there. We're still out there sweating in them saunas.
yeah, but it's a hunting sauna. Gotta love it.
I love it. So
Yes.
hey, we want to thank you guys for watching this week's Archer's Choice. We'll see you next week.
Same time
Same channel, right here
on the Archer's Choice.